it's important sometimes to tune into the other side of the aisle. I can't believe I'm saying this. You got to really look at the strongest arguments from the other side and the strongest voices and people who are making compelling arguments. Now, I happen to think that Donald Trump's speech was an amazing sort of fusion. It was sort of like deathly boring fascism. He looked like he was on some sort of drug cocktail. I thought Joe Kennedy III's response was boring and mediocre. But, hit some nice notes, whatever. But it was time for me to check in with one of the real guiding lights of modern American conservatism, Tomi or whatever the fuck her name is. She put out a brilliant response on YouTube to Joe Kennedy III's response. And I'm just being honest here. I don't know how to respond to this one. I think she nailed it.
If you haven't yet had the displeasure of watching that little limp dick's response to President Trump's State of the Union, I suggest you take some Pepto-Bismol or some Midol or whatever you need to do to get through it, because it was pathetic and it was embarrassing. Oh my God.
OMG.
Pathetic and embarrassing.
Pathetic and embarrassing.
All right, Tommy, that was a pretty good take. We're going to go on to the next one where you call him a shit-eating ginger.
I liked it. That's not bad, actually.
Well, she had to apologize for this because you can't be doing this sort of thing if you have a Fox News contract, apparently.
You can't call somebody a limp dick if you have a Fox News contract? Are you
Not
kidding
yet.
me?
I don't know. This must be the new Murdochs.
It's literally, yeah, those are the kids. It's literally a 24, I mean, it's a North Korea propaganda channel, and you can't call somebody a lip dick in an Instagram video? It's totally unfair to Tomi. She should sue.
Unionize, Tomi.
Yeah, unionize. Don't let them control you. Don't let them oppress you. She dealt with this with that lunatic that started her career. Yeah, she had to take Glenn Beck on, and now the suits are oppressing her again.
Well, that's because she said being pro-life is contrary to small government ideals, which is true.
Yeah, fair enough. So why do we care about Tomi Lahren, guys? Make the case.
I think it's just more interesting that there's not more competition, because Tomi Lahren, she's not smart.
No,
she's
not smart.
She's like, what, 25? I've always said
know.
she's like too young for even Glenn Beck, like for that platform, and she keeps going upward though. And I don't know.
There's a need that needs to be filled, right?
Yeah, there's, I mean,
a
her
young, American-looking woman.
70-plus white men to jerk off while they listen to racism. I mean, there's a market lane for that, and Ingram and Coulter and the people who used to play that role are a little older now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I was a young woman, I might consider it.
I have had female friends in the media talk to me about that possibility.
I don't think there's a single...
Yeah. Not in a serious way.
I think everybody...
we talk about it as men.
Yeah, we talk about it as men. If you were a woman, you literally, as an attractive woman, let alone if you're white and blonde, you could just show up at Fox and say... I will do racist videos for you and talk complete nonsense, and I love Trump, and get it. I mean, it is one of the easiest jobs in human existence. I mean, if you were being charitable to her, she's just some country kid, and so when she came to New York and she hung out with like Charlemagne and met some like gay people, maybe theoretically she could have been like, oh, maybe I don't want to spend my entire career being an asshole.
You can take the girl out of South Dakota.
Well, it's also a good check.
I'm sorry,
man.
South Dakota. I'm just joking.
You're not joking. You hate South Dakota, Matt. Don't lie to the audience.